For today's headlines, public warned COVID-19 still present. 2 dead in powerful Japan quake. Vico keeps neutral stand in politics. Bong Go aids struggling sectors in Kananga and Capoocan, Leyte. Bureau of Jail Management and Penology offers persons deprived of liberty skills training. 73 farmers complete agri-training program. Young guns eye Southeast Asian Games gold. Biden slams war criminal Putin as Ukraine civilian horror grows. Good morning, I am Venice Bautista and this is Tribune News on Q. Today is March 17, 2022, and these are the latest news of this Thursday morning. While many areas in the country are now under Alert Level 1, the public should be reminded that COVID-19 is still present. National Task Force Against COVID-19 Special Medical Advisor Dr. Ted Herbosa said Wednesday. Herbosa said in his interview in the Laging Handa public briefing that he thinks the public should be reminded that even though many areas in the country are now Alert Level 1, it is important to remember that COVID-19 is just around the corner and it could re-emerge. He said that similar things happen to other countries such as China, South Korea, Vietnam, Indonesia, as well as in Europe and the United States. Herbosa noted that most vulnerable populations, such as the senior citizens, should also get vaccinated against COVID-19 to protect them from serious effects of the respiratory disease. He made the remark after the Interagency Task Force retained the Alert Level 1, the most relaxed alert level classification in the 5-tier system set by the government in Metro Manila, while placing more areas under the same alert level. Acting Presidential Spokesperson Martin Andanar said that the country's pandemic task force has approved a total of 48 areas under Alert Level 1 from March 16 to 31. Meanwhile, Herbosa also clarified that the possible declaration of Alert Level 0 classification in a certain area doesn't mean COVID-19 has been eliminated. While he admits that the National Capital Region is already qualified to de-escalate to Alert Level 0, Herbosa said he still favors the recommendation of the IATF to maintain the Alert Level 1 status in NCR until March 31. 2 people were killed and dozens injured in a powerful overnight earthquake that rattled large parts of East Japan and prompted a tsunami warning, authorities said Thursday. Residents and officials in the country's northeast were still trying to assess the damage early on Thursday after the 7.4 magnitude quake that hit shortly before midnight. A tsunami warning with waves up to 1 meter in parts of northeast Japan was lifted in the early hours of Thursday after authorities recorded water levels up to 30 centimeters higher than usual in some areas. Multiple smaller jolts continued to hit the region throughout the night and morning on Thursday. Initial reports of damage appeared relatively minor in a country with tough building codes intended to protect against devastation from frequent earthquakes, and officials said there were no abnormalities at nuclear plants. 2 people were killed in the quake, one in the Fukushima region and the second in neighboring Miyagi, according to the Fire and Disaster Management Agency, with over 90 people injured across several regions. The quake struck at a depth of 60 kilometers off the Fukushima coast and was preceded minutes earlier by another strong 6.1 magnitude shake in the same area, Japan's meteorological agency said. The nighttime shaking came just days after Japan marked the 11th anniversary of a massive quake that triggered a deadly tsunami and the Fukushima nuclear catastrophe. The overnight quake produced strong shaking in the coastal northeast, where items were thrown from the shelves of convenience stores and bookcases toppled over in homes. The jolts also rattled the capital and temporarily plunged parts of Tokyo and other areas into darkness. Around 2 million homes lost power in the capital and elsewhere in the immediate aftermath of the quake, but it was progressively restored throughout the night. Around 35,600 homes in the Miyagi and Fukushima areas were still without power on Thursday morning, electricity firm TEPCO said. Japan's nuclear authorities said no abnormalities were detected at the Fukushima plant that went into meltdown in 2011 when the tsunami hit, while pumps for cooling pools at some reactors temporarily halted but resumed operations shortly afterwards. Japan sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, a mark of intense seismic activity that stretches throughout the Southeast Asia and across the Pacific Basin. The country is regularly hit by quakes, but it remains haunted by the memory of the 2011 catastrophe, which left 18,500 people dead or missing, most in the tsunami. In other news, Pasig City Mayor Vico maintained his earlier pronouncement that he will not endorse any candidate for the country's top post in the upcoming elections. Soto, son of ace comedian Vic Soto and veteran actress Connie Reyes, said he asked his political party, Acción Democrático, that he will not meddle in national politics as he has a lot of jobs to do in the city. Soto told Daily Tribune in an interview that before the filing of the certificate of candidacies, he asked his political party and they were not sure who will be the party's standard bearer. He asked them if it's okay that he won't interfere in national politics because the weight of his battle in Pasig is already too heavy. The mayor explained that the fight that he's referring to is not just a battle in the politics or election, but a fight against corruption, the ones that aren't seen in the media. Soto thanked his political party and his family for understanding what he wants to do in Pasig, that it's not just about politics but also good governance and cleaning up the government. Soto likewise said that all presidential candidates are welcome to hold rally and other political activities in his city. But he denied the request of the camp of Vice President and presidential candidate Lenny Robredo to hold a rally in front of the Pasig City Hall. He asked for the institution to be respected, and political rallies are welcome in an open street or in the plaza. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Magandang araw mga katribu! Narito na ang mga makakasama nyo tuwing umaga sa programang Gising Na. Roy Pelevelo, Atty. Lia Badillo Crisostomo, Vernon Velasco, Kim Sancha at Chert Balagtas. Abangan ang programang Gising Na mula alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga sa Facebook page ng Daily Tribune.
Ilabas na ang mainit na kape at samahan kami sa inyong pag-almusal, mga katribo.
Simulan natin ang bawat umaga with good vibes sa mga informative and recreational segments ng aming programa.
Maaari niyo rin ibahagi sa amin ang inyong opinion via Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now sa YouTube.
Makichika na rin sa latest showbiz happenings, mga katribo.
Kaya naman, magkita-kita po tayo mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga at magsama-sama po tayo sa
Gising Na!
Ayon sa World Bank, tinatayang 4.8 hanggang 12.7 milyong toneladang plastic ang sumisira sa ating karagatan taon-taon. Halos 80% nito ang nanggagaling sa Asya. Sa buong mundo, ang Pilipinas ay itinuturing na pangatlong pinakamalaking nagdudulot ng polusyon sa karagatan. Ang nakalalasong kemikal mula sa plastic ay di lamang kumukontamina sa karagatan, ngunit pati na rin sa hanging nilalanghap at lupang ginagalawan natin. Kung magpapatuloy ang kasalukuyang paggamit ng single-use plastics, sa taong 2050, mas marami na ang plastic kumpara sa mga isda na nasa ating mga karagatan. Dahil dito, mas pinaiigting ng pamahalaan ang kampanya laban sa paggamit ng single-use plastics. Nanganganib ang ating planeta. Iisa lang ito. Lahat tayo ay dapat kumilos sa lalong madaling panahon upang pangalagaan ito. Tama na ang plastikan.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of firsts.
We're back on Tribune News on Q. Senator Christopher Bong Go provided assistance to thousands of residents from various sectoral groups in Kananga and Capoocan, Leyte, on Monday, March 14. Go's team conducted the distributions at the municipal gymnasiums of Capoocan and Kananga, where they gave masks and snacks to 2,000 residents. They also gave bicycles, shoes, and computer tablets to select individuals. In his video message, Go thanked the government agencies who were also present to provide support through their respective assistance programs. The Department of Social Welfare and Development extended financial support through its Assistance to Individuals in Crisis Situation program, while the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority provided the eligible residents with scholarship grants. In addition, the Department of Trade and Industry conducted an on-site assessment for potential beneficiaries of its livelihood assistance under the Pangkabuhayan sa Pagbangon at Ginhawa Livelihood Program. As chair of the Senate Committee on Health and Demography, Go then urged the local government of Kananga and Capoocan to strengthen their vaccine efforts and ensure that their respective communities build back better while helping the country boost its economy recovery. Go also took the opportunity to encourage eligible residents to receive their complete COVID-19 vaccine and booster shots. The senator also reached out to the beneficiaries with health concerns and encouraged them to seek assistance from any of the 5 malasakit centers in the province. The Bureau of Jail Management and Penology, or BJMP, now offers enhancement training skills to more than 9,000 inmates and assure that persons deprived of liberty, or PDL, in Central Luzon are empowered by means of various development programs. Central Luzon has a total of 37 BJMP manned jails with 9,198 total PDL. Of these, 1,094 are female PDL, while 8 jails are all female dormitories. BJMP Regional Chief of Staff and Gender and Development Focal Person Rebecca Tugelo said that they are conducting programs especially for the women empowerment, the equal treatment to the PDL, and the respect of their rights in an unbiased way. Their stay in jails is just temporary, that is why they are safekeeping and developing them. She added that the female PDL are given the position to lead their own groups inside the jails for them to feel a sense of leadership and in turn enhance their leadership skills. A total of 73 farmers graduated from a 14-week-long agri-training program sponsored by the SM Foundation, or SMFI, under its Kabalikat sa Kabuhayan, or KSK, on Sustainable Agricultural Program. SMFI Assistant Vice President Christy Angeles revealed that the 73 farmers are from the villages of Barangay Peza and Barangay Arriendo in Bungabon, Nueva Ecija, adding that the agri-training program included topics in basic and advanced organic farming, techniques, and agripreneurship. The official cited that the program is not the end of the graduates' journey, but a fresh start for them. SM Regional Operations Manager Ian Ezekiel Balao, on the other hand, assured the beneficiaries that SM will be giving more opportunities to KSK graduates via their upcoming KSK pop-up booth, a place where they could sell their produce. The agri-training program that started in 2019 is in partnership with the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. The agency provides scholarship grants focusing on organic agriculture production NC2 and agricultural crop production NC2 to almost 1,500 KSK beneficiaries nationwide. The Department of Agriculture conducted a harvest festival and hybrid rice derby this week to educate farmers of the province regarding various systems and processes to fully utilize the potential of the hybrid rice seeds. The event aims to raise the number of hybrid rice production in the province while also inspecting the newly harvested inbred NSIC RC222 and SL8 hybrid rice. Tribune News on Q will be back. Stay with us.
sa centers, pati sa mga parties, may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers, still note remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anong pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayad.
Manong Joe po.
At Ate Maita.
Good news! Muling bumaba ang overall electricity rates. Halos 12 centavos per kilowatt hour ang decrease ngayong buwan.
Ngayong Valentine's month, nakakamiss mag-family movie date. May big screen, hot popcorn, at malamig na sinihan. Pero syempre, mas safe to stay at home. May bright idea si Engineer Joel para dyan.
Keep your loved ones safe. Mag-cine experience at home. Ang Smart TV, 80 centavos lang per hour ang konsumo. At para kumpleto, mag-popcorn at aircon. Kung virtual date naman, 18 centavos per hour ang paggamit ng laptop.
Kahit magkalayo, together tayo.
How sweet! Safe na, cost-efficient pa.
Hanggang sa susunod na
Meralco Advisory.
Mahalin natin ang Pilipinas.
Lilipad na ang agila, magtatanggol, magmamahal sa ating bansa.
We shall fly, soar, fight, and win!
Maasa, Indarisara, sa'yo lang.
You are still watching Tribune News on Q. The Philippines' bid to end a 12-year gold medal drought in men's golf now lies in a young group of players making their debut in the Southeast Asian Games in Hanoi, Vietnam. Gabriel Manotoc, the 24-year-old son of multi-titled Tommy Manotoc, is the most senior member of the team, followed by Christopher Arevalo, who is 23. Manotoc said the Arevalo were made captain's peaks. After that, the first two spots were secured by teenagers Jet Hernandez and Jet D during the grueling 144-hole eliminations at the Luisita Golf Club in Tarlac. Manotoc and Arevalo came in third and fourth, respectively, in the qualifying. Hernandez is 16 years old, while D is just a year older, making the team as the youngest ever to be assembled for the biennial meet. The average age is 20. The last time the Philippines stood on the top of the podium was in 2005 when Huvik Pagunsan, Jay Byron, and Michael Bibat, and also Marvin Udubandan completed a sweep of 2 gold bells. The Filipinos have since won a silver and 2 bronzes, the last in 2019 in the team event. National coach Boyd Zaragoza, however, is confident that the players can compete with the region's best. The tournament will be held at the Heron Lake Golf Club, which hosted the Putra Cup in 2019. U.S. President Joe Biden branded Vladimir Putin a war criminal Wednesday as the Russian leader's onslaught in Ukraine claimed more civilian lives, and a theater where hundreds were sheltering was destroyed by bombing. Biden's rebuke, his sharpest yet, came after Ukraine's leader Volodymyr Zelensky made a searing appeal for help to the U.S. Congress and the president himself, who responded by pledging $1 billion in new weapons to fight Russia's invading army. Officials in the port city of Mariupol were struggling to count the dead at the drama theater, where thick smoke rose from the rubble of the building that had the word "Children" painted in large Russian letters on the ground outside. It was the latest in a litany of assaults on civilians across Ukraine since Putin invaded on February 24 that has included homes, hospitals, ambulances, and food queues. Biden's spokesperson added that he had spoken from his heart, but the Kremlin quickly punched back, calling the comment unacceptable and unforgivable on the part of the head of a state whose bombs have killed hundreds of thousands of people around the world. So far, the destruction that has marked other cities has been halted outside Kyiv, but dull booms echoed across the capital's deserted streets Wednesday, with only an occasional vehicle passing through sandbagged checkpoints and very few permits granted to break its latest curfew. Kyiv has been emptied of around half of its 3.5 million people. And that wraps up the stories this morning, but before we go, we would like to thank the following: SM Store, Arada City, Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors Security Bank, Empire Eastland Holdings Incorporated, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Venice Bautista on Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.